Okay, we're
Hello
live.
there.
Oh my gosh, we're live everywhere. Okay.
We are live. Oh,
Yay.
we're live here too?
Yes, we are. So
Hi.
There are so many cats in here.
We've got kitties galore.
Everywhere.
Yes, I know.
They're playing with my
They're playing with everything.
Wait, this is plugged in.
Which
Can
is-
they hear you?
So yes, they should be able to hear me. So let's see. Oh no, let me get rid of this. Anyway, guys, we're
Hi.
so excited. Instagram is usually my big place to
There
be.
you are.
So we are talking about hyperthyroidism in cats today.
Yes.
And so excited about this topic. Obviously,
Yeah.
Jay and Adrienne. What? Oh no, we're gonna. We will probably
Oh my
have
goodness.
technical difficulties, but please hang
Most
in there
likely.
with us.
Most
And at some point, we will try to find and answer your questions. So,
Yes.
Jay, Adrienne, two crazy cat ladies.
Live from the Cat Cove.
Yay! Yes,
right
yes.
here in Williamsburg,
With
Virginia.
Amanda.
Yes,
With
ma'am.
Amanda.
Hi.
That's right. That's what we're doing. Right
Yes.
here. Right here.
And this is
right now.
Schwartzy's Cat Cove.
Yes.
Bye.
Okay.
At the Nautical Dog in Williamsburg. So this is just like the perfect place.
Perfect.
We're going to have to do a bag check before you leave
I
because
know, we're
your
gonna-
bag is so popular and they're burrowing into Jessica's
Oh my God!
bag.
I want him to sleep
Oh.
with.
Oh.
Can I say yes? Or
Wait, say yes to what?
Oh, to go live as well.
Oh no.
Oh, I don't.
How difficult is it to focus when there's cats around?
Well, we haven't slept in a few days.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, there's
Um,
that.
so there's that.
Because
Right.
the event at the Nautical Dog was amazing.
It was so
Epic.
awesome, guys.
It
It
was
was
epic.
really, really cool to be able to just be a part of so many awesome humans. Can you guys
Yeah.
hear us? Like,
Yeah,
can you put in the
please.
comments if you can hear us, or we might need to speak
Please,
up a
please.
little bit.
Please.
I'm not
do
sure,
that. And
but-
yeah. So I do see like all these people joining. Anyway,
Yes.
we are talking about hyperthyroidism in cats because yesterday, what did
Oh.
Rodney say? Okay.
So
we were-
in 1980, it was 1 in every 200 cats had hyperthyroidism, and now it's 1 in 12.
Yes.
So
Isn't
it
that
is-
crazy?
Yes.
Okay, I want to see.
And there's so many factors. I want to hear. Yes,
Yes,
you sound good.
Yay!
Oh, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So we got to talk about all the factors that make
know.
that. Like, why? Why?
I have 4 cats right now, and 2 of them are hyperthyroid.
Oh, I
Really?
didn't realize you had 2.
2.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes. And so the first like half of their lives, I was conventional. I didn't do everything right. So I know that
You did the best you knew at the time.
the
Yeah.
cats, the kittens, there are so many kittens in here.
It's gonna not-
If you happen to be around the Williamsburg area, please come adopt kittens.
Yes.
Please come adopt kittens. Yeah, so I just did everything conventionally for the first half of their lives, and obviously that's very detrimental to their health overall. And we are where we are now. So yeah, there's so many factors, but this is so okay. Is it always a benign tumor on the thyroid gland? Is it always how it goes?
No.
Yeah, I
no.
didn't-
No.
okay, I
Not
didn't
always.
think so.
Not always. Sometimes it is even inflammation. I mean, I guess it depends on what level we're going
Yeah.
at, right? But like, where is this coming from? Like,
Yeah.
why do we have like is the food? You know, because we all say, well, we didn't feed our cats the right diet,
Mhm.
right? So
Yeah.
they didn't by right diet. There's not like a right diet, but we fed our cats, you know, commercial kibble, meow mix or whatnot for the first half of their lives. So that is probably why they now have hyperthyroidism. Is it really the food? Because the studies are showing that that's not actually completely the case. Obviously, if you're feeding a dry diet, it is going to be taxing on all the organs of the body. But when it comes to hyperthyroidism, the studies are showing so much of this is actually related to the environment, right?
Yes, and I'm also wondering because there aren't a whole we're just getting into understanding the effects of early spay and neuter.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, the thyroid gland is part of, we're doing this, all the hormones
Right.
in the body, depending on if it's a male or a female, right? We got the reproductive organs, there's an imbalance of hormones. We know in animals that are spayed and neutered, luteinizing hormone just goes crazy. It's unchecked. So, this could be part of the problem too.
There's not enough studies around it, right? There's not enough studies. It would be great if there were, but there's not. So all we can do is look at the studies show that like the numbers are ridiculous, right?
Yes.
I think he said 1 in 3.
No, it's 1 in 12.
It was 1 in 12
but
2 years ago.
It was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's an astounding amount. In 1980, it's not like, well, I guess less cats were in our homes in 1982, but then we need to think about what is in our homes that's making,
because they're the most toxic animals right now, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, which is
23 times more toxic than humans in the same home.
in the same home.
Right.
So they're not getting out and off gassing.
Right.
Right. They are on the floor, which is where all the particles land, and then they clean themselves.
Yep.
Constantly.
Right. They're not wearing clothes.
They're small. Their livers are small.
Tiny.
So they're getting the same exposure. When you think about our cats, they're getting the same exposure of chemicals that we use. They're getting the same amount of chemical, even more, really, because we have an armor on, wearing clothes. They get even more exposure, but they're getting the same things that we're exposed to, whether that's fragrances, whether that's cleaners, body stuff. That's where we still need to make some improvements.
Who's upset?
Who's crying? Somebody's not happy.
Oh, hi.
Oh,
Hello, dear. You're fine.
All the interruptions today.
We will have lots of interruptions
Yes.
because we are around a lot of kitties.
So, okay, there are lots of reasons, potential reasons, and we can talk more about them, but what are some of the symptoms that we want to, because the thyroid panel part of your regular CBC, your regular blood work when you go into your veterinarian, like that's not something they always do.
Always
So,
check.
right, you have to generally have to request it, or the vet has to have a reason to say, let's go ahead and add this on. So what are some of these symptoms that are popping up in our heads is like, okay, we might have a thyroid issue here.
Okay, so honestly, if your cat is senior, just because of these astounding numbers, if your cat is senior, when you get that senior blood panel, you want to check thyroid as well. And if you see the symptoms, then we want to go for the full thyroid panel.
Top symptoms that come to mind.
But the top symptoms are weight loss and drinking a lot of water, right? So if your cat's starting to look a little skinny, and that doesn't mean that they have hyperthyroidism, but if they start to lose some weight, then we want to check that thyroid. But to be proactive, we want to check it anytime you have a senior cat. So I would say as of 10 years old even, because that's when the medical field defines cats as senior, I would say we need to get even just the T4 checked with your kitties, for sure.
Yeah. So, and it is my understanding that while not impossible, it is more rare for hypothyroidism to be found in cats. So we are generally looking for hyperthyroidism in cats, and then opposite for dogs.
Right.
So like,
dogs are more hypo, cats are more hyper.
Yeah. So generally speaking, hyper is what we're most concerned with in our cats.
Yeah.
So the weight loss and they're ravenous.
Yeah.
I have two. I have two of them. They are ravenous, and that's when I know. So currently, I went the methimazole route. It's what I felt I had to do for my senior babies. They're all seniors, so I have actually both of mine that are hyperthyroid are 16.
Okay.
So I'm doing the they're not young, so I'm not as concerned with long-term side effects of these medications. I just want to get them through. But that's how I know when I'm like, okay, we need to recheck. It's not even been 6 months yet, but we need to recheck because they're ravenous again.
Yeah. Okay.
Were those the first symptoms that you saw? What made you realize that there was something?
So for Romeo, yeah, he dropped a ton of weight, and I'm like, what is going on here? And so the vet checked and was like, yeah. My other cat, I didn't know. I was just like, you know what? They're seniors.
Yeah.
Let's throw in the thyroid panel for everybody now.
Yeah.
And she popped up too.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
Still early stages? Where
Yes,
we're
yeah,
still
they're
early
still
stage,
like
but
on the
already
lowest
on
dose of, yeah. Well, Romeo is not. Romeo is, he's got a double dose right now because he's just ravenous.
Okay.
Like ravenous. One other thing I did notice is that he will now eat anything. He eats raw
he was
food
picky before, huh?
like crazy. And literally, and I'm not super concerned with it because one, he's a senior and it's also not his entire diet. He freaking loves the bones and go. Loves the bones and go, which is not a cat food.
No, that's a dog food.
That's
It's
a dog food.
He loves dog food. But that might mean that, he's looking, well, as hyperthyroid, looking for like all these different nutrients,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So yeah, that makes sense. Are you also supporting him holistically? Like, are you using anything to support?
I am giving them all Catalyst,
Okay.
and then just whatever else I feel that day. So they get like
Yeah.
probiotics,
Yeah.
and they get.
Are they getting thyroid gold at OB?
They're not getting thyroid gold. No. I stuck with Catalyst. They
Catalyst is
do
great.
really, really well. Like, because I can just put it in their food,
Right.
and
Yes.
they just eat it. Everything else, like supplement wise, they're not going to eat their food.
They're
They're so
very
picky.
picky.
They're picky.
Even if you put it in bones and go?
Even standard process, which is glandular
Yeah.
based, generally speaking. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very picky.
Wow.
Very, very picky.
He'll eat anything except for his supplements.
Except
Yeah.
for supplements. Yes. But okay, so those are some of the main symptoms, and our traditional veterinarians, as I was saying, like their first, the first thing they want to do is the methimazole, which is the medication for the hyperthyroidism, and
Are you doing it transdermal?
So I alternate between transdermal and for Romeo specifically, I can do the transdermal for Sissy. That's not a problem, but I have a hard time doing it with Romeo. So,
Really?
yeah.
But taking the pill is fine?
He loves the pill.
Hey, you guys.
He loves it.
Interesting.
It's like his favorite treat. Yeah. So, yeah. I know. The cats are
All
just
the distractions.
the cats.
They're being
the
very
cats.
chatty.
So, methimazole. But when we do methimazole, we have to be concerned with the effects of.
Well, see, and that the thing is that with methimazole, I can never say that word.
I don't know.
But with the thyroid medication, is that the majority of the side effects of that are GI related, other than masking, also masking kidney disease.
Yes.
Then, so the GI, that's why we like the transdermal better, is because we sidetrack the GI system, by
Straight
giving it
into
to
the
it.
blood.
By just giving it directly, so we can have less side effects of the medication. But I would say, like, if we're on any medication, we want to, if your cat has to be on any medication, we want to counter as much of that as possible and support it also holistically with any kind of, thyroid specific supplement. Catalyst is great. I think I told you that we somehow reversed hyperthyroidism in our cat early stages by using a massive amount, like literally giving him like a
mega dose.
like a whole teaspoon versus a fourth of a teaspoon, right, per day, maybe even more. But we were giving him a lot. But I didn't know that I was doing that. Like, I thought I was treating kidney disease because I know that, and it makes sense, but I know that it helps to reduce inflammation, and that product really supports the kidneys. I did not know that it would support the thyroid I knew it supported the thyroid, but I did not know that it could support the thyroid that well. So we are actually working on a launch for a new product that is hyperthyroid specific. You might be able to help us with the name because we still can't figure out what to call it. We want to call it.
I just want to call it Hyper Kitty. That's all I want to call it.
Hyper Cat.
I know.
Hyper Cat is what Rita said. But we're. Can you see? You
There's
think
yeah,
it?
yeah.
The camera's over. Oh my goodness.
Hi.
The cats are
Here, babies.
Hi,
I wish you could actually see her back.
I know.
Yeah.
You might be able to see this
Maybe.
one.
Oh, there we
Here
go.
we go.
Oh, good job. Good job.
I know, but Hypercat sounds like it's like a calming formula, and
Yeah.
it's calming to the thyroid.
Yeah.
Right. It's helping to slow the thyroid, but yeah, we still haven't figured out a name, but we're very excited to have
so it's
herbal.
an herbal remedy that has been tested in humans for a really long time to help things like Graves' disease and hyperthyroidism, and it's and we've got a formula that's already been tested, and it will be coming out very soon, probably within a month or two. We will have the formula, but we're going to make a kit, a hyperthyroid kit with that catalyst.
Because
so
we
that
need
can,
we need to support the kidneys,
yes,
right? We also need to support, we always need to support the liver because the body needs to detox, right? And then gut health, right? Inflammation. So what do you think? What's going to be in the kit?
It's just going to be those two products.
Oh,
So
okay.
So it's gonna be
it's
the
literally
herbal
going to be
formula?
the herbal formula for hyperthyroidism and the catalyst.
Oh,
So
okay.
these two products together are going to be like if your cat has hyperthyroidism, this is what you need, so we can support. From what's been what we know
What
from
we know.
our trial and error and
Yeah.
from studies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's very exciting. But I also think it's really exciting to think about what the studies are showing that we can do to mitigate this epidemic.
Yes.
I think some of the biggest studies that we've seen, number one, just, you think about in the 80s, is when they started fireproofing all the stuff, that
Yeah.
fire
Retardant.
things, the Scotch guards, all this. So like even putting down a barrier, if you get a new couch or piece of furniture, putting a barrier down so your cat's not laying on it, just absorbing these things. The other study that we found that came out, I think, a couple years ago, was that they're finding a connection between the glue on those pop top cans.
Yeah, the cans.
We're
The
all-
cans will say BPA free.
Right.
Because there's not BPA in the can, but the actual pop top, like the actual top of it, is still BPA. Like we are still, they have a direct link to hyperthyroidism in cats, like the studies.
Yeah, okay. And then yesterday, I don't remember who said it. Oh, it might have been Rita, because I actually never thought of it. Like your ball mason jars, the seal, the lids, but the seal part, that has BPA on it, and we're canning food with we're applying high heat really to canned foods, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
So her suggestion for that was even getting a piece of like wax paper and using that as a barrier.
Yep.
Yeah.
Use it as a barrier.
Yeah. And then I think it's fish. Fish is another thing. So a couple things though. I mean, when we were talking about this before a while ago, it's like we want our cats to be in a moisture-rich diet. We want to feed canned foods, right? And I think that there's a lot of manufacturers now that are looking at
They're all switching
putting
pouches and things like
putting
that.
their food in a pouch
Because of this, because of the
in a
study that
carton.
came out. That's why they're doing it.
Right. So I think that's encouraging, but it's also just something to be aware of something that can help mitigate. And then feeding a lot of fish. I think there's so many contaminants in our fish, and they're finding
It's the heavy metals, right?
Right, and so they're finding a connection there.
So okay, on fish, real quick, because so many people feed a lot of fish to their cats, right? Like they love them, but also when I think of inflammation, I think of omega-3s. So how do we balance that?
So when it comes to fish, you want to go the smaller the better, right? So we're feeding most of these canned foods have salmon and tuna in it. These are big fish, and they have a very high heavy metal count, right? And that's really what is that's what's linked to hyperthyroidism. So we want to cut down on the heavy metals. Sardines, omega-3, great source of whole food source of omega-3 fatty acids. They're small fish. Get it in water. Of course, you still have the can issue. But but if that is how you want to do it, we use the supplement for omega-3 fatty acids. Our cats get sardines as a high value treat. So when we want to, like when we get home, we will give them sardines, right? For cases like that. But on a regular basis, on a daily basis, we just, it's not very, I don't want to say it's not species appropriate. Fish is not species appropriate because neither is a cow. Like, they're not going to eat beef in the wild, but beef has great, like it's still very nutritious for them. So in rotation it's okay, but we just want to be aware of the fish that we're feeding. What is the source of the fish, the amount that you're giving them, and and just know that it's linked to hyperthyroidism. So if we're cut back on it.
Okay, and I interrupted you, I think. my sidetrack fish question.
Oh, well, the fish. I mean, I think that's, you also have to be looking at how fish is in so many foods that says, it's a lamb formula or it's something else. So, I mean, again, I'm not sure if you're getting the amount that we're talking about. Jay's talking about cutting back, just doing our best to be aware of the cumulative effect that these things can have, whether it's your new couch or whether it's a canned food or whatever it may be.
I think gas stoves.
There's no way
the toxicity in our homes.
Right. There's no way that we can remove everything. But I think when you recognize, you're a great awareness campaign in a way. Rodney was saying yesterday, 1 in 12 cats, and you have 4 cats and 2 hyperthyroid.
Yeah.
This is something that we can just be aware of. We can do all the stuff and things that we can think of. You can't do what you don't know yet, right? It wasn't like you did anything wrong. No. It's literally that it's an exciting thing to learn things. It shouldn't be overwhelming. It should be a very proactive moment of being like, oh, I can cut back on this, or I can put that blanket down on the new couch that they love to lay on, or it's just doing these little things. And again, like Dr. Katie Woodley said in her great presentation, test, don't guess. If you think that you see symptoms or that you've got a senior kitty, let's get the T4. Let's run the thyroid panel so that you can catch things early and that you can do your best to.
Well, I'm even wondering if, because we know so much of it, or at least so far in the studies, we know so much of it is environmental, is what's going on in our homes, if it would be just a good protocol for pet cat parents, period, to periodically do hair tissue mineral analysis tests, so we know, and then we can use whatever we're going to use, whether binders or foods to detox. Right?
Yeah, for sure. Well, and I mean, think about why wouldn't we just, we're in this day and age in 2024, why wouldn't we just clean up our environment as much as possible? I haven't found a hairspray that's all natural, so I still use the hairspray. And now when I go home, this weekend, that is all I'm thinking about is, oh my God, I've got to stop spraying this hairspray in the house, right? I'll make a spot outside, or I'll find another type of hairspray, right? But we can save a hell of a lot of money. Can I say that? We can save a lot of money as cat parents, literally making our own cleaners. And we've been doing this now for a few years. The cleaners in our home, it's the number one toxicity that our cats are exposed to, right? The hairspray, they're not always in the bathroom. They're not, we clean the floors every day. Right. So it's not as bad. But the cleaners, we clean the house, we clean the counters, and our cats step on it, and they are exposed. If you use plugins, right, they're exposed to that all day long, every day. They cannot tell us that, like Becker said, they cannot tell us that they have an extreme headache, that they don't feel well, because we're making our home smell like what we think is clean, right? It's, I cannot tell you how much money we save on cleaners now. In once a month, once every 3 months or something for glass. We just
make a little glass,
make it in the kitchen. It's done and it's ready for the next.
Well, and a shout out to the
I was shaking the bottle. She's saying, don't shake.
Don't shake.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Excuse me.
Shout out
My
though
ancestors.
to the Forever Dog life. I
Yes.
think that is such a great, as cat people, it's like it's the Forever Dog life. Like we're not gonna do it, but there is so much in there as far as how to clean,
Recipes.
to detox our home. At home recipes, not just for like awesome food and stuff like that, but things that we can do for our home that are, and it's exciting. They're not. You don't need a PhD to read these recipes. People. Like you can make these
Super simple.
These cleaners.
Laundry
Very-
detergent.
laundry-
So, okay, yes, that's what I was going to say. Like, I want to know what you guys do. I wash all of my clothes. I wash all of the pet bedding because even though I bought really nice, like, organic cotton and hemp and all the beds for my animals, I want them to last forever and ever and ever, and they do because I put blankets. First of all, I love baby blankets because they're just they're like the
Perfect
right
size.
size for the bed. Anyway,
Yeah.
so everything I wash is in white vinegar. It's the only thing I use, and then I use dryer balls. I don't do
Dryer balls.
Yeah, like the wool.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Do they help with the hair?
No, they don't.
Nothing helps with hair.
I went back and forth. I know. I went back and forth reading reviews, and some people were like, "Oh, this helps a lot," and then it was like, "No, it doesn't. No,
I
it
think
doesn't."
so. I think the white vinegar is going to help separate the hair from like the cloth, and then the dryer vent is going to kind
It's
of
gonna pull it.
Yeah.
pull all the hair. So sometimes, actually, when I do my cat's bedding, I have to do really, really small loads, and then I will have to clean
Right.
the dryer vent and do like multiple rounds to dry them.
Wow.
Because it catches so much cat hair,
Yeah.
right? But so I do that, and then I do make my own cleaners. So I use white vinegar on all my stainless.
Yes.
I think that's the best. I have and I know you guys do too, a glass cleaner that I do at.
Oh my God, that
I'm
glass
trying to remember
cleaner.
what it
It's
is.
so the glass cleaner
I
is
haven't
out.
made it in so long.
It's water, vinegar, alcohol, and cornstarch.
Yes, that is the one I do.
And it is amazing. Like
It
I'm
is.
like, why did I ever use anything, especially for the nose spots on the windows, right? So if you have cats, you got nose spots on the windows, like you can see them,
I know,
right? Like
I know.
it's not because it's not snot. We call it snot, but it's not snot. They just they get in the windows and they're looking, and their little wet nose touches it, and there's lots of them. And that used to be when I used Windex. That used to be really hard to get off.
Yeah.
And I would be like, it would take a lot of elbow grease. Now I'm like, spray it, wipe it, it's gone.
Yeah.
I'm like, this stuff, and we're saving a lot of money plus our health and our cat's health.
Yeah, and then for pretty much everything else in my house, I do Dr. Melissa Shelton at Animalio. Her like all-purpose cleaner recipe. It's like Shackley's H2 concentrate, Dr. Bronner's filtered water, and then like your essential oil. So I do like the citrus clean because I really like the way it smells.
Yeah.
But the citrus helps to like break down grease and things like that. So, and, I mean, that's what I use like literally everywhere in my home.
That's awesome. And it works for floors too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so it depends on what kind of flooring you have.
Yeah, I haven't really found. They say that like wood, if you have actual hardwood floors, then it's a bit harder. I would steam. Like we have a steamer.
So I can steam my tile, but the bulk that's only in my bathrooms. The entire rest of my house is LVP, and I can't steam it. So
What's LVP?
Luxury vinyl plank.
Oh.
So it looks like wood, but it's vinyl.
Oh, yeah.
And it was sold to me as like indestructible, and it is anything but indestructible.
Really?
Yes, but I just do white vinegar and water.
Yeah,
and
that's what we do.
water.
That's what.
Yeah,
That's
we'll,
what we
we'll
use.
steam or vinegar and water. So either water or vinegar and water.
Right. Oh, now people are walking by now. Anyway, so did I miss anything?
Paul's Deli.
Yeah.
Hi.
I know. Hi. Yeah, we are here with you. So any other cleaners that I missed?
So we got like laundry detergent. I mean, there's lots of, when it comes to fragrances too in the house, like there's lots of other ways that we can utilize or still make our homes smell good, not smell like a cat house, because that's the biggest thing, right?
People are worried about that,
we just
but
don't want,
it's also, I think it's also important to recognize that cats have such sensitive sniffers. So
Yeah.
something that is seems like a light fragrance to us could be overwhelming. I always try to
Really
think of it like, have you ever walked down like a perfume aisle at the department store?
or been around somebody
Yeah.
that's just wearing
or just wearing
too
way
much,
too much,
and, you're like,
and it's like, oh my god, I
it's
think I'm
offensive
gonna
almost.
throw up and explode at the same time. So I think to be considerate of what our cats smell, which is why those plugins, which is like directly like nose level for them, even if it is something that you think is a light fragrance, I kind of feel like, we
It's not light to them.
right.
It's not light
Right.
at all. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I know just following like human health, especially women's health, we do like talk about it all the time now. Lately, is any fragrance that is like
Yeah.
the most toxic thing you could put in your home is what they're saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Literally any fragrance
Yep.
that isn't natural, and not because the front of the package says it's natural, but like actual natural sources.
Right.
Right.
I mean, you can boil
There's-
some water on your stove. You can put in, whatever scents you like. Essential oils, right? Like certain real essential oils, not
Yeah.
synthetic
Yeah.
They're
fragrances.
safe
But
for babies.
you can put some drops of lavender in there.
And
You
in
can
the book, I think there's that great recipe where you can actually do something. A lot of people do the boil
Oh yeah.
boil
the
pot, right? You can do that,
stove.
but then you can also
make a spray.
sift it, right? Take all the stuff out, sift the stuff out of it, put it into a spray bottle, and it's something that can.
It's
be
like
a
your
little-
it's like your
yeah.
all natural Febreze, right?
Yeah.
Like
Right.
you can actually spray the air. Which,
So, okay. Animalio has a blend called Away. It's one of
Oh,
their
yeah.
bug sprays. I put it in filtered water in a little glass spray bottle. It gets rid of odors like you would not believe.
Really?
Yes. So if I'm having issues, or like I had to bring the cats back in the house again because their air conditioner went out and it took like a week to get apart. Anyway, so the litter boxes were in a tighter, more enclosed space, and I'm like, no, because my nose is like super sensitive.
Yeah.
I don't do smell. And
I just don't
the
do it.
Away spray, I mean, you just douse it in the air, and it gets rid of odors. Like, I mean, it's the best thing in the world.
That's awesome.
Also, Romeo, one of my cats, I will spray it on a paper towel, and it's like you would think I gave him catnip.
Oh wow.
Really?
Mhm.
What's
So he
in
loves
it?
it.
I don't remember.
That's great. I mean, speaking to self-selection though,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
something that your cats are attracted to that they
Mhm.
want. Air filters though as well. I think
Yes,
that Rodney
something
had
like
this awesome like PDF. I wish that we took a picture of it or something, because it was, even if you don't have $1,000 to spend on some habit filter or whatever, you take a box fan with the 3M filter that you just fit it on there, and
The
it's
3M filter that you pick
Yeah.
up at any grocery store or
for $30
hardware
you've
store.
got an incredible air filtration system. So I think it sometimes it feels like it's a little overwhelming. It's like, oh, the couch or the stove or the cleaners, the da da da. But it's, as Dr. Katie Woodley says, what's the one thing that you can start with?
Yep.
If once you realize,
And
that
if there is
is
one
this-
thing that you could start with, it would be a purifier, right? Like if there's just
Yeah.
one thing, then let's just try to start cleaning up their air, right? And then we can slowly
throw a blanket on the couch.
Throw a blanket on the couch. We can, start. It took me a while to get rid of my cleaners. Like I am the quintessential, or was the
OCD.
quintessential OCD. If it smells like bleach, it's clean. Like, I remember one of our first Christmases together. I was like, Swiffer Wet Jet just came out. I was like, can I have a Swiffer
That's
Wet
what
Jet?
I want for Christmas.
That's what I want. She was like, it's a cleaning item. That's not a present. And I was like, no, it is. That
to
is
me.
what I want. That is the one thing I want. Because I was exactly that. If it smells like bleach, it's clean.
And even better than that was candles. I mean, that's another
yeah.
thing to be aware of. She wanted for Christmas the pine Yankee
Yep.
candles.
Yep.
They smelled so good.
And in the
Yeah.
fall, the pumpkin, and then
Right. So it's. There's a window right
I don't
here.
know what we're
There's
doing.
cats all
we
around
don't know.
us.
Nobody knows what we're doing.
It's so fun to be in person.
Oh my God,
though, I
they're
have to say.
snuggling. Look at them snuggling.
Oh my God.
The kittens.
Kittens are snuggling.
Oh, the kittens.
It's a
I
wonder
have to
that we
take-
can focus at all.
I know, especially with no sleep.
So,
Yeah.
okay, the only thing that I think I want to add, and then whatever like closing remarks you guys have, is, and I mentioned earlier about spay and neuter, like we're trying to be responsible pet parents, and so spaying and neutering is
Responsible.
is especially for cats. It
Yes.
is
A responsible thing to
yes,
do.
it's responsible for dogs too, but I think, you know, there's a whole different conversation around dogs.
Right.
It is the responsible thing to do because they suffer living outside, right? And that's just the world we live in. It's not like, oh, cats can't survive. Cats can survive on their own, but the world we've created is not the ideal world for them to be able to live and to survive on their own. So, yeah, we need to spay and neuter our cats. But one of my favorite things to do is incorporate, somehow, some way, the whatever they're missing. So if it's a female, the uterus, fallopian tubes, ovaries, those things. And for male cats, testes. Include these in the diet. So if you are a raw feeder and you can source these things, wonderful. If not, we can get them in desiccated form and like sprinkle it on their food. And I mean, in TCM, like feeds like. And so we're supporting their endocrine system, helping their hormones naturally balance out.
So feed thyroid.
Yes, if we can get thyroid, feed thyroid. It is harder to get. There are some standard process supplements for thyroid support, and for most cats, they are more palatable because they do. These are organ supplements, and that is very palatable to cats.
Yep.
So, as like preventative, precautionary, if your cat doesn't have out of whack thyroid levels, I don't know that we would want to feed thyroid at that point. But
I mean, probably not on a religious basis, but it definitely can't hurt. I mean, if they, I mean, it definitely can't hurt as a preventative. We rotate,
so
we rotate a lot of little things in.
Yeah.
Like our cats don't get, other than catalyst, they don't get really, and omega-3s, anything every month, right? Like everything else is rotated.
Right. Yeah. And we're some of the cats.
There's a little blind mama, and she just ran into another kitty.
Oh, was that one of her
Scared
babies?
her.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
Real quick though, on the spay and neuter thing though too, I think a lot of times, especially in rescue, you don't have a choice. But something that can be helpful for our babies, if we do have the choice, is waiting. Like Dr. Judy Morgan, Dr. Lori Koger really kind of opened up our minds to waiting until our cats are physically developed.
Yeah.
Right. So
if
that
you
they
have the
a chance.
choice, I think
if there is,
the issue is in
rescue,
cats,
there's
in
not.
a rescue, there's not a choice yet.
No,
So
but if you are
but if
selected
you find
in the
a cat on the side of the road
distribution
from the
system.
yes, from the
Correct.
cat distribution system, as all of ours do. Yes.
Yes.
Then wait as long as you can. To
absolutely.
spare them.
That's a good.
Yeah.
And then so I know, very inclusive. Feed the best food you can afford to feed, or at least adding fresh foods in. If we're feeding ultra processed foods, it's like a base. But one of the things that I have learned, so the nutritionist certification that I have, I'm currently in another one with Dr. Billinghurst, and it is even better for cats than dogs to eat a prey model diet. And so when we do that, we're going to naturally get all of the organs. I mean, that's something, obviously not everyone can do that, but if you're in a position to do that, that,
It's another
I just
proactive
think,
thing
it's a
that you
very,
can do.
very proactive thing. And as a nutritionist, I don't want to ignore that this is something we can do, because there are people that can do it and just don't know about it. So we still have to talk about it, but still feeding the best foods we can, and adding in fresh foods, adding in organ meats, any sort of organ meats, please. They're so nutrient dense. My cats love egg yolks, pastured egg yolks, raw egg yolks. So it's just adding in these layers of really nutritious foods. My cats love bone broth. As a matter of fact, I will say my cats freaking love green juju, the
Oh,
freeze-dried,
so ours.
the freeze-dried rehydrated. And I think it is so much more palatable to them because it's such a high organ content.
Yeah.
And mostly heart, which is beneficial for heart health, right? But it's also like one of the most nutrient that I can, like, that's
Really,
what they've
really good.
used, is the most nutrient dense organs to create their food. And I just think cats, even more so than dogs, really thrive with a high organ content if you're doing any sort of fresh feeding. So getting that organ content in, to me,
Really
super
powerful.
important.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
You're
Yes.
right. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anything else about hyperthyroidism? I mean, no. Like, first of all, the new product that we are all now on a wait list for. If you're not like already on their newsletter, do that.
Oh.
Because
yeah.
It will be
that
You'll be the first to
the
know.
moment.
you will be the first to know about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we are very excited about it. We're
We
grateful
are.
to Rita Hogan for working with us on this. I feel like it can be a big game changer. But like what you were saying about the natural, the fresh food, the organ meats, it's like that combination approach of, and then figuring out where you want to start, of giving their bodies what they need to thrive, and also looking at their environment and seeing what can be removed so that they don't have such a high toxicity load, so and can stay healthy.
Yeah, you think about diet, and the reason that those of us we're here on the weekends. We're here this weekend because we're all in the fresh feeding community, basically, right? But and I just totally lost my train of thought. Oh, the reason that we are such advocates for fresh feeding is because we want to mirror as much as possible the like prey model. Right, we want to mirror the diet that our cats would get if they were left free to live in beautiful forests and run around, right?
Safely.
And safely, right. And the same goes for their environment. We need to, I know we can't all grow trees in our house, or all have, plants are hit and miss, and
Right.
like some of them are really
Like
scary. If you go to
bringing
ASPCA, you cannot have one
I-
plant in your house.
Right. And I am that crazy person that will buy like an extra litter box or like a kiddie pool and like dump organic soil into it so that they can get their paws in
They
some
can do
healthy
their
soil.
dust bath.
Right.
That's about to be in our catio.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very excited.
Yes.
Well, and good point too. Like even just a little outside time can be great to give our cats a chance to breathe some fresh air and touch the earth, and also not feasible for everybody, but something to think about. If it is feasible for you, then something to try. So much
money.
feasible. No.
Well, it's either time or money. So regardless of
Yeah.
where we are, like what you're looking at starting with or adding in and incorporating, it's always, I don't care what it is always a decision between, are you going to spend money on it or are you going to spend time on it?
Yep.
And you just have to figure out where you land on that spectrum.
Yeah.
And
That's
I can't
possible.
tell you which one you are going to have to do. Like, you figure that out and then adjust your home, your lifestyle around that.
Yep.
Yeah. You have to figure out what's possible.
One step at a time. Baby steps.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Start
the
with
air
one thing.
filter. The air filter first.
Air
probably.
filter?
Air filter
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. I mean, and it's it's cheap and easy way to just start cleaning up their air. And if you're like me, it'll take you a little while to be like, I can't use Windex anymore. What? I'm hurting my cats. Like, I still was like, okay, well, you know what? For a little while after learning this, I would take like a paper towel and I would spray the paper towel instead of spraying the, and I would be like, maybe that cleans it a little bit. And maybe if I dry it afterwards, people, we get this all the time, right? Because we post about this a lot. But people are like, oh, I don't let my cats on it until it dries. Like, that doesn't remove the chemicals.
Well, I
That's
was gonna say,
scientifically proven it doesn't.
Dr. Karen
remove
Becker was so
chemicals, drying
kind
it.
when we had her on our podcast. She was so kind because I had mentioned that once we realized there was so many chemicals in the detergents specifically, we would spend extra money, time or money, right? Extra money on getting our cats for their bedding, for anything with our cats. We're like,
Plant-based,
all the organic
like,
stuff and things, but we would still
natural
wash
detergent.
our clothes in the cheap detergent.
Because we didn't
And
have
Dr.
the
Karen
money
Becker-
to buy both, right?
And
So
Dr.
we're like,
Karen Becker said, unfortunately, what the studies show us is that whatever it is that we bring into our house is going to end up in our cats. So, like, even the best of intentions, like we were like, oh, well, we're gonna try this for the baby
anything
stuff.
that the babies touch, like if it's something that they lay on, then that's gonna be the natural, expensive stuff. And then our clothes, game, tie, whatever. I think I'm allergic to tie, but I haven't used that in forever. But whatever, you know.
It's so funny. My husband is allergic to Tide too.
It was.
Shout out.
But, yeah, I was like, I don't think I didn't use it. I wasn't allergic, but my sister uses it, and she washed something last time I was
She
there.
got a rash.
And I was like, I think it's itching now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, not a tangent, but a tangent, because it is like, you know, more higher level thinking. But when you were talking about you were still washing your stuff in the chemical, it reminded me of a client that I had, and it happened to be a dog, but they could not, and by the way, same Dr. Roman, and could not figure out why this one Frenchie, like the endocrine system was just all messed up.
Wow.
And one of the things, it turned out not to be this, but one of the things, as I'm like mentally going through my checklist of all the things, I'm looking at the mom, and I'm like, you're in this like menopausal area. Are you on hormone therapy, and is it a cream?
Ooh.
Oh.
So, and I'm not saying that to overwhelm you. I'm saying that to try to expand your minds of like the list of things to think about. Because if we are applying these like hormonal creams and then touch our pets, I mean it's.
Or you think about the energetics there too. But like, you know, if Dr. Barry Sands would be like, oh, well, you're going through a hormonal issue and your dog is too. I see it all the time. Right?
Yeah.
Because our pets mirror their owners, and it's very common now to see you know, a very high stressed, especially stress, right? Like a high stressed cat
with a high stress
owner, right? Like when we get that like little bit of a pain in the neck, I want to say, you know, like customer or follower or whatever that's just got all these, you know, it's like, oh, I know what the problem really is.
It's that awareness thing, though. I mean, whether it's our own energy or whatever's in our home, it's just being aware of the impact that it has on anyone that we share our environment with, everyone that we share our environment.
Yeah.
And our cats are our spiritual protectors.
Yes.
So I especially love meditating with my cats.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I think they love that.
Julianne Thorne talks about that too. Like they're just drawn to it.
Yes. They are.
Karen Denny Smith, same thing.
They are. They're so drawn to it. I think we covered as much as we can cover.
Okay.
I don't know. Is there any more?
We're hungry.
Yes, we are hungry, and it is about to be lunched. It's
we don't know what time zone we're in right now.
Okay, it's noon.
Oh, that's
so
fine.
Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I always repost these on the actual podcast apps, and then I'll make shorts and clips and do all the things. And
You do such a good job at that, by the way.
Yeah,
You really do.
You have great content.
Yeah. I love sharing your content because it's like that's real good.
Yep.
You're so sweet.
We would like to hire you to do ours.
Lord have mercy. All right, y'all.
With all that extra time.
Right.
All the extra time you have.
Thank you guys for
Thank
joining.
you so much for being here. If you have any questions about cat health, I know these ladies are
We will all do
amazing.
it.
You have, you have a VIP community. You have all the things. Join the newsletter. I'm happy to, DM me. I'm happy to help as well, and we'll probably recommend some of their products. And outside of that, thank you.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Oh. Thank you guys.
Yes, okay, I'm gonna end this.
Hit the button. I can't believe a cat didn't knock that off.
I know.
Bye.